You want to say anything to anybody?
Hello.
Hello. See, they don't, when you come in, they don't have a screen with all the flights. And some of the Chinese airports, they don't have, some of the airports will have, the bigger airports will have, like each airline have their own check-in. Some airports have, you just check in at one place for all the airlines. Now I just went to that inquiry area. You see there's some screens where you can watch. And I was standing like where that guy is with the bag looking at the screen. And this is the one thing that this is what China's going to have to, well, they don't have to learn it, but if they want to, you know, become, if they want to be considered a civilized country, they're going to have to learn some etiquette. I'm standing there, right like this, and I'm looking up at the screen, right like this. So I'm looking at the screen, and people are trying, literally there's a foot between me and the desk. So they could go to the left of me, they could go to the right of me. But instead they want to get right in front of me. So they come in and they try to, now I weigh 220 pounds, so they come in and they're trying to push me out of the way to get in front of me. And I finally said to this one woman, because she comes up and she's like trying to squeeze in front of me, and I looked at her and I just said in English, I said, now the girls at the desk, at the inquiry desk, they speak English because, you know, they're there to help answer questions. And I said to her, I said, what are you, stupid? I said, how about Qingrang Ishar, which means please move a little bit. And the girl behind the desk just started laughing. Because it's just, it's the one thing that, now I'm going home today, but usually after about 2 to 3 weeks, when I'm bumped, you get hit by that day after day, it starts to wear on you. But actually I just woke up and I slept at the airport here, and actually I slept surprisingly well. Alright, I'm going to sign off. This is probably the worst organized airport I've been in on this trip. See how they set up individual lines? The problem is, when you set it up like this, the Chinese don't know how to organize lines. They just know how to cut. So what you do is you wait in line and you'll have people come in and try to cut. Whereas the other airports, they set everybody into one line, and then they get up and they'll have 5 open desks up there, and everybody in the same line feeds that, like you see in US airports when you go through a ticket line. That way you get in one line. Can you cut? Yeah, you can, but it's... Yeah. Alright, signing off. To Shanghai. 不知道。一个。To Shanghai. GDN Zhang. Or CDN Zhang. I was in this line, and this tour group comes up here, and this girl should tell these people to move. It's been 15 minutes, and I finally went to the front and I said, hey, you gotta move these people along. This man behind me was nice enough. Aisle is okay. Thank you. So, this, no, Ling. 谢谢。谢谢你。对不起。对不起. That's still going on. Still going on. At least they opened a new line here. But this is probably one of the worst organized airports I've been in Chengdu. Very bad. This is a domestic because I'm going to Shanghai. I don't know if international is organized the same way. But now I'm going to check in, or I'm sorry, go through security and get on the other side of the just making sure my ticket is correct here. Alright, signing off. I got here around 11 a.m. from Chengdu, and I went to the information desk and I said to the girl, I said, listen, I'm not checking any bags. Can I check in using one of those machines? And she said no. And I said, are you sure? And I went over to it and it wasn't working at the time. I don't know if they activate them. I should have been more persistent because now my flight is delayed. Well, it's alright. I wasted 2 hours here is what it turns out to, because it's now 1 o'clock. Flight's delayed till 9:50, I think they said. So I'm going to get the metro and head into downtown Shanghai. And I'll get between 2 and 4 hours depending on how far I want to push it. So if I had a phone, a modern Chinese phone, then I might have been who knows, I basically lost 2 hours. Just a waste of 2 hours. So I mean, I ended up, you know, using the facilities and having something to eat, so it wasn't a complete loss. Now the thing I'm looking for is I'm going to just get on the metro now.
Live long and prosper.